Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I have an epic dinosaur deck profile for you guys with Matteo Low Piccolo over here for us today.
Do that.
And before we get into the video, I did want to give you guys a quick update. We are going to be having some epic videos, streams, and a bunch of other stuff coming up real soon because the computer that I've been building is finally done. So some epic streams are coming right on up. So yeah, and before we get into the video, be sure to smash the like button, comment down below what you guys think of Dinos, because you know it's a pretty good deck. And of course, have you read Misc? Then yeah, let's go. Any words?
Yeah, let's just get right into the deck.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the main deck, obviously. Obviously, like one of the best cards in the deck, Ovi. I think there's no explaining running this card anymore.
Sure. There, the glare.
Like there.
Yeah.
There's no explaining this card anymore, just because it's like, it's a one card engine. Usually this paired with like most cards in your deck is OTK, which you know is really good.
Yep.
Next card we run is obviously triple Misc. Have you read Misc? You know, this card's just so busted.
What do you think about limiting it?
I think that's probably the proper call.
And he's a Dino player. So like
this card, it's just too oppressive to be in the format. Even if the deck's not that great right now, like necessarily it's not the best like tier wise, but this card is just so strong regardless. Having blanket protection on anything is really ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah. But
yeah, Misc.
This also like 1-2 is also a full engine, really strong. Next we go for the double baby.
And actually, before we continue,
Beast.
I just wanted to say, so this is a going second list, but it has a really insane going first end board that you can do with a bunch of random 2-card combos. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's get back right in.
Yeah, so I actually do like to blind second with this deck. Even if we're not actually running that many cards to break boards blinding second, this deck is just inherently better breaking boards than actually going first. So, and I personally just like going second with the deck. But yeah, 2 Jewel Beasts. This card, again, also is like almost as good as Misc because it also almost starts a bunch of 2-card engines.
And a lot of people say it's a brick, but even if you do draw it, you can combo because you are running 2.
Yeah. So it's really good. That's it for like our main starter engine. These 8 cards are just like the main components of your deck.
Yeah.
Next for the baby engine, we go triple baby, 1 petite. I see a lot of people cutting this baby when a lot of times I'll burn through 3 babies every game, especially if it's grindy. And even on turn 1, there's times you have to use 3 babies to make your board. So playing 2 is just irrational in my opinion, as you really don't get the full value of it. And this card, having this card in your hand with Conductor is like insane because you can get a Pancratops on the field as well.
Yeah.
With a book, or a Book of Eclipse. So.
All right.
Yeah, these are obviously standard. Really
cool.
Like that card. Then the one card people cut or people love or people hate. One of my favorite cards in the deck, simply because this card, like allows you to play through cards that are being like played too much right now. Like anything that banishes anything from grave. So if anyone's running like D-Shifter for some reason, like some decks do like that card, this card sent with Ovi, you make Dalka or Lagia, and that's it.
And as a person who has played against this deck many times, like against his build specifically, I can honestly say that this card overperforms. This
card, it just comes up too much, and it's also good side out into a lot of matchups, which is really good. You want cards where you can have very good use first turn, but also are very good siding out, because this deck is a little rough to side out with.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Rex.
Cool.
Now for the pill targets, double Conductor, 1 Pancratops. So I think this card still should be in the main, always. This card's super good, also very easy to side out.
Secret rare.
Yeah, and also the Conductors. Why doesn't this card have an ulti yet? But anyways.
I mean, that would work out.
It would look crazy, but yeah, this card, standard 2 of, no explaining it. It's just like the best boss monster in the game. It's ridiculous, really.
I guess you could call it like the double ultimate Conductor.
I mean,
that was really bad. I'm sorry.
No. But yeah, this card's really insane. Dinos isn't Dinos without that card.
Yep. All right, cool.
And that's for our like Dino engine. It's pretty reasonable. You don't want to play too much because it gets pretty cloggy if you play more than that.
And he has a consistent list, especially with some specific cards that you guys are gonna see coming up. You know.
So we go for the hand traps now. Hand traps in this deck, I think, are the most important part to play, because you don't this is how you break boards going. Like this is how you stop them from making boards and OTKing them.
And it's why it's a blind second deck,
Yeah.
really.
So triple gamma, and the driver obviously. This card's my favorite hand trap. This card's one of my favorite cards in the game actually. It stops so much, and it also is really good against VFD on your turn. Some people don't like, they'll shotgun it and standby just in case, and this card's like ridiculous. Yeah, this card's fantastic, and it's also really good against the meta decks right now.
Yeah.
Next we go Ash. It's the most generic.
Here, let's move that over there.
Where?
Oh, just down there.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So Ash, the most generic, literally the most generic hand trap in the game right now.
Three of those.
It cannot be more generic than this, and it's just so good against every deck. It's really good. Then we go Triple Bell. Again, this card I think is too mandatory to not to play right now.
Especially against Eldlik, right?
Yeah, really good against Eldlik. You stop all her traps. You stop everything from going off. And also this card, it's really good against. It comes up against Drytron. It comes up against Virtual World as well. This card's just MVP a lot of the games. And the last hand trap we play is Triple Skullmeister.
So about this lineup, it might be a bit big, but how do you think? What do you feel about that?
Actually, this is quite a traditional size for dinos right now. Like having the 9 with the gammas is usually,
like. Would you say that you brick on it?
No, I never brick on hand traps. Like, actually, I don't brick on hand traps.
Very consistent, especially like with the card that's coming up.
Yeah, but this card is just like also pretty strong against Virtual World and Drytron. Really good against Drytron. Also, not once per turn. So if you open 2 of them in your hand,
it works.
It's like Valor. So yeah, that's our hand trap.
All right, cool.
Also, it for monsters. So yeah, full.
That's all the monsters. Big monster lineup, but even bigger performance. So
for the spells, we're playing Lost World Dinos, obviously. So triple Lost World Terraforming. Again, Terraform easy side out. Good card going on game 1. I think this card is like the card. You side this card out every game. Every game. If this is in your deck, you're siding it out. And even you might side out one Lost World. But Lost World's really good. This OV creates full board. This OV and Misc helps you play through Virtual World. It's just really solid. You can't cut it right now. It's too important. Next, Triple Fossil Dig.
Oh, this card.
This card's ridiculous. It's just like the best feeling when you open like multiples in your hand. It's just a sack. It also baits Ash too. It's a really good Ash bait.
It is. It's insane.
Next, unfortunately, we don't have the playset yet, but Triple Prosperity.
One is in the mail for him, though.
Yeah, not like we're actually joking about that. Like one is actually in the mail. So yeah, Triple Prosperity.
But like, wow.
This card, like, I think people sleep on it. I think when people say like, people are saying like this card is not as good as Extravagance, but in testing, like especially I've been testing with him. It's just one card that you're missing with Dinos. So say you open OV, you open these 2, you're milling 6 cards off the top of your deck. So those 6 can be any of your engine pieces to create your standard board, which is obviously or like always a 2-card combo. This card is ridiculously insane because you're almost guaranteed to get something valuable every single time by milling 6.
And I can first-handedly say this card just works in Dinos. I don't know what people are talking about Extravagance still being better than this card.
Like, it's kind of illogical. Extravagance is just not the it's still. Obviously, if you have access to Extrav and not to Prosperity, don't
for it.
Like, yeah, use Extrav, but Prosperity is just gonna.
It's just better.
Yeah, you're just gonna put you that extra mile just because of how simply powerful it is.
And like, I played against him today against this deck at least like 30+ times, and he literally, whenever you open Prosperity, he just wins. It's insane. He just, because the deck is also really consistent. You have a bunch of 1-card starters, and this card just abuses that.
Yeah, this card's really insane. It's genuinely like really strong right now. Yeah. So, and obviously the last card is Double Evil Pill.
Secret rares.
This card's obviously really good. You don't want to play 3; it's too bricky, and you don't want to play 1 because you need the ability to always have it to search with your Archosaur, right?
Yep.
So, and even opening this card, my favorite hands actually in this deck are opening this with this with Giant Rex and any hand trap, because this card always gives you that utility in the hand trap, so it's obviously gonna help stop them from blink.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah, I love this card though. It's one of my favorite cards.
All right, cool. Any traps?
No traps. I was playing Imperm for a bit, but after testing, like I cut it for Skullmeister. This card's just.
Just better.
This card's just better.
Alright, cool. On to the extra deck over here. Very, very powerful main deck. Let's see it.
So yeah, there's a little bit of spice in the extra deck. But for starters, we run generic cards. So double Dalka, 1 Lagia. I would usually be playing 2 Lagia, but since we have Prosperity, 1. If you don't have Prosperity, run 2, just because this card actually comes up more than people think. It's really important.
Alright.
Then I go Tornado, Castel.
Here, let's move this a bit.
So yeah, if you're playing into any Towers-esque decks, you're gonna need to Castel. Castel is really good to out them. Playing into back row, Tornado Dragon is really good. And then obviously also back row, Lagia, and then any other deck in the format you run Dalka. Dalka's so broken right now. Really good. Yeah, that's it for the XYZs. We don't run too big of an engine, but it's an engine big enough where you want to see everything. Or
yep.
You're going to be able to open those cards. Next for the links, we go double Link Rebo, double Secure. With Prosperity, I think you can actually cut the second Secure because you're always going to have access to the one. I'm just thinking of another card that can change with Secure, but right now it's fine because, you know, it still does the job. Like, this still acts as a banish for Prosperity. Next we go for the Samorph package. We are running
in the side deck.
Barrier in the side deck because this card is like game ender against Drytron. Just ridiculous. It's super strong. And yeah, it's really, really hard for them to out. Especially when you back it up with the UTC and other cards.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
UCT, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but
alright, cool.
These cards are really good. Really, really good. I actually really like this engine. Here's for the spice. We run Transcode Abomination. Yeah, I really like this package because you can end your board with
Conductor.
You can yeah, every board ends with Conductor, but you can go Abomination, Dalka, and Conductor. So you actually end up getting a free pop from Abomination in main and end.
Because Conductor can also pop your baby, and then you just snowball.
Well, yeah, but you're not really using it to pop. You're not going to use this effect when you pop baby. You're usually going to use this when you're popping. You're popping with Dalka.
Yeah.
So, really good package. And then the last 3 of the generic.
Standard stuff.
Yeah. This card's like extremely good.
Yep.
You open Gamma going first. You just make it. Yeah, that's it for the extra.
All right.
And then for the side deck, obviously, as we said, we go
very simple.
Yeah, 1 Bear Statue. Right now, this is just a placeholder for Drolls.
Yeah.
This card's not that good right now, in my opinion. I don't
Nibiru's
really like
not
it.
the best.
Anyways, after that, we go triple Lancia. This card's really good. Triple Cosmic, triple TT, Harpies, and Red and Blue. Back row is, but as you could see, really bad for this deck. Really, really bad. Once you play against back row, sign in all 8 cards and just wreck them.
Alright, cool. Well, that's basically it for the deck profile. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash the like and comment down below. What's your favorite Dino card? Because, I don't know, have you guys read Misc? because, you know...
No, I like Animadorn. That card's just sick. That is my, like, genuine favorite Dino card. I really like that card.
Cool.
It is.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And, of course, yeah. Peace.